Welcome back on your Neighborhood Watch. This month talking about Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station outreach, crime prevention tips, and what's going on in our community with Deputy Josh Dubin, our outgoing show host, and our incoming show host, Deputy Kevin Duxbury. So, Deputy Josh Dubin, now that you are leaving us for pitches and greener pastures and a detective badge, what's the story on the social media accounts? Are you still going to keep at JDLSD?
I am.
Are we still going to be able to get a hold of you on Facebook?
I am. Well, you know, one of the people that is going to be most influential in running at SCV Sheriff in the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station's Facebook page is going to be Deputy Duxbury. So he's going to be running those. But the at JDLASD and my Facebook account, I'm going to keep and post, you know, relevant information on and stuff like that.
For like the next time you're on SCV Today or the next time you're looking for promoting a nonprofit event? Or?
There is a nonprofit event. It's on my Facebook page right now.
Do tell.
And Mike Bjorkman, I believe, is the co-chair of it.
Does it involve the Santa Clarita Valley Boys and Girls Club? Yes
it
or no?
Does. Oh. It does. And it's a prom night.
All right, then we can talk
Let me
about
tell you a secret, Perry Smith.
Prom night?
I did not go to my senior prom.
Oh, boy.
However,
too cool for school?
No. We won't talk about that. However, I did not go to my senior prom. However, I will be going to this prom night. And
you were home watching Survivor?
Yes.
Okay.
I have secured a date.
Okay.
And her and I will be going to the Boys and Girls Club charity
Does she
prom
know?
night.
Does she know?
I think she
a real
knows.
person?
She's
this
don't laugh at me, Kyle.
verified?
Don't laugh at me. Yes, she's a real person.
Okay.
She's influential in the community. That's all I'll say.
Pictures or okay. All right. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. When's the event?
June 5th, I believe.
All right.
And
I'll have to check on the calendar and see if that's a real thing. But
you should go
We'll
to
keep
the
you guys
Santa Clarita
posted.
Valley Boys and Girls Club. That's who it's benefiting. And
those are nice. Those are nice events and fancy formal affairs, and they usually don't let journalists in. But I'll see. I'll talk to some people.
Do you own a tuxedo?
Maybe they'll let me take some pictures from the outside.
I'm going to wear a tuxedo.
Oh boy, I do not own a tuxedo. Who owns a tuxedo?
Listen, man.
Duxbury, you got a tuxedo?
I do not.
Thank you. Like most people.
I feel like I'm going to really...
Who are you that you own a tuxedo, James Bond?
James Bond.
Gosh. Your martini glass?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we had dedicated the first 45 minutes of the hour to Deputy Josh's Dubin's career greatness. Can we talk a little bit about Deputy Kevin Duxbury?
Yeah. Let's fry him for a little while.
Let's put him on the hot seat and let's grill it and all that. So, spill the beans, Deputy Duxbury. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get involved in the Sheriff's Department?
Oh, well, after college, I went into the military for about 10 years. And when I came out of the military, was just looking for work. And my goal in life after all that time in the military was find 9 to 5 weekends off, sit behind a desk. And it just wasn't working out well. I was surprised coming out of the military. There was just nobody hiring. It really didn't do anything for me.
When was that?
That was, let me think here. I got out in 2000.
So I was working at the CSUN Kinko's Copy Center. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, Deputy Duxbury was in Iraq.
That was a 9 to 5. Yeah. We all played our part, okay?
Yeah.
Somebody had to make course packets
Yes.
for CSUN students. And that's what I did. That was my effort. Anyways, sorry, Deputy Duxbury.
Yeah, no, about 2000 is when I actually got out of the military after doing 7 years active duty. I was at a county job fair, and they were handing out packets for the LA County Sheriff's Department. And at first I thought, no, I'm done being in harm's way. I want to do something else. But
And you served at quite a few different places.
I did. Haiti, Bosnia, Albania, Kosovo, and Iraq.
Wow. Some good travel miles, huh?
Yeah. I got the frequent flyer plan. Anyway, so I filled out the application for the Sheriff's Department, and I ended up getting hired. They liked my military credentials, and they took me on. So I finished the academy. I started at Pitches Detention Center at East Facility. While I was still in custody, started missing the military a little bit, so I still had some inactive reserve time left, so I switched it over to active reserve. And 3 weeks later, the trade center got attacked, and they put me back on active duty for 2 years.
So where did you go?
I ended up going back to Iraq. Well, I shouldn't say back. I went to Iraq. I did the first ones were
That
on
was
my
your first time,
active duty time. And then Iraq, technically I was on reserve status. So Sheriff's Department kept me on their books because I was technically a reservist, even though they put me on active duty. I ended
kind of support you while you're overseas.
Yeah,
That's a good deal.
and I ended up doing about 3 more years active duty time while still on the Sheriff's Department books. Came back after that and went back into custody. I worked custody for about 5 years, and then I came out to Santa Clarita Station on patrol. I've been out here for about 9 years now.
Working a lot of the PM shifts, right?
Well, actually, I was an early morning shift guy, so I worked
okay.
night
So when's
shifts.
that? For those that don't know, when's the early morning?
I work from 10 at night till 6 in the morning.
That's very early
I am
morning.
the night crawler.
That's technically the first morning. Oh, my goodness.
But I enjoyed it. You know, the thing about the night shift, it allows you a lot of family time. I mostly slept while my kids are at school, but I was home with them to do dinner and homework, and, you know, I can go to all their events and all that kind of stuff. And then when everybody's tucked in, that's when I go to work.
And your wife also works with the sheriff's department.
Yes, she works over.
Better give her a shout out.
Yeah, it's my wife Kim. She works over at Pitches Detention Center. She works at NCCF up in their vocational shops.
Right on. And I know we talked before because there was some outreach. We the first time I talked to Kim, it was about a story for a fellow Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station deputy who was, I believe, battling cancer at the time.
Yes,
Right.
that was Louis Gaxiola.
And he's doing well. I just saw him at the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station, and he looked like he was doing a lot better. I'm not sure how he was doing before, but looked like he's full recovery there. So yeah, tell me a little bit about, I mean, your interactions with the public. How does the AM shift compare to what you're doing now? I mean, I know you've been your new job for a couple
Right.
days, but
It's different. It's a different crowd on those early mornings, as you can probably imagine. It's different kind of people out there creeping around at night than what you deal with in the daytime.
sure, different types of violations
Exactly.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
so well, I'm sorry, Deputy. We have to take a quick commercial break for
I
our
see how
last
it is.
segment. I'm already pulling the hook on you and playing the music. We're gonna get you on the hot seat next though, so don't
Oh,
worry.
the music.
We'll be right back on your
Goodness.
Neighborhood Watch, brought to you by All American Bail Bonds on your hometown station. Welcome back to your Neighborhood Watch, brought to you by All American Bail Bonds with Deputy Josh Dubin and me, and Kevin.
Are you
Deputy
choked up?
Oh man, I'm getting all emotional.
6 minutes left of my
Kyle's
last
music
show.
choices are
Oh,
cutting right to my core.
Good. And Kyle did his hair today.
The
His product in his hair and
the
everything.
bodyguard, man, that was emotion. He knew that was going to
Right.
get to me.
Kyle's very excited about meeting Shane Vereen today.
Yeah, hey, that's a big deal.
Like, he even put on a clean shirt and underwear and everything.
How many Super Bowls have you won, Deputy Josh Dubin? I mean, no
Listen,
disrespect,
let's not
but
talk about my fantasy team.
Shane Vereen was on it, wasn't he?
He was.
Oh boy, he is a great player. Had a great season, but fantasy wise, you don't want running backs by committee. Anybody's going to tell you that.
Oh, now you're just a fantasy man, I'm very.
Well, with the benefit of hindsight, my predictions and
Yeah.
choices
You're also
are,
a Raiders fan, so.
Yeah, well, hindsight. Who knew, huh? Don't know what happened there, but Deputy Kevin Duxbury, the hot seat is a long time-honored tradition with guests on the Neighborhood Watch. And since you are here, we're going to put you on the hot seat. And then you get the benefit of putting other Sheriff's Department officials on the hot seat.
Does
when we have
Deputy
them in
Duxbury
states.
know that we've had people on the hot seat, such as Commander Mike Parker,
Mike Parker,
the captain,
Roosevelt Johnson.
right? Darren Harris,
Yep.
Arson, K9.
Yep. Deputy
yeah.
Vraniag, Detective
Yeah.
Valencia.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, is there Deputy Tony Moore? Is there anyone we haven't had on the hot seat
Right
I mean,
now.
That's going to be
Kevin Duxbury,
Kevin
go.
Duxbury.
You're on, go.
First question for Kevin Duxbury on the hot seat. What is your original hometown?
Canoga Park.
All right.
Yep.
CP.
On the hot seat.
We started off with an easy one. Okay, best album of all time.
Best album of all time. Wow, that's a good question. There's so many.
But you only get one.
Metallica, Master of Puppets.
I knew you were going to say, I knew you were a Metallica guy. Oh, goodness. And
That's
this
a good
is
pick.
why we're not changing the theme music.
That's a good pick.
I literally would have, if I had to guess your favorite band, it would be Metallica.
Well, I also like Third Day.
Who's that?
You got to Google it.
Third
I'll
Day?
Google that with
They're a
Arrested
Christian rock
Development.
and roll band.
Oh, okay. First job you ever had?
First job I ever had was scooping ice cream at Thrifty, which is now Rite Aid, right on Seiko and Bouquet.
Right on.
That ice
The
cream
heart
is
of
delicious.
Saugus.
That ice cream is delicious.
So Saugus. I remember some Thrifty's ice cream. Oh, man. That was the best. You could get a scoop for like 49 cents or
I feel
something.
like tonight when you get home and you talk to your girlfriend, you should take her out for ice cream.
Next
Yeah.
to being a Target security guard, it was the most humiliating job I ever had.
Why was scooping ice cream humiliating? I mean, you were in high school at the
Rite Aid
time, right? It's not like it was
Corporation.
last week. I mean,
Enough
come
said.
on. Yeah,
Rite Aid
well,
Corporation and
fair
Thrifties,
enough.
go ahead and send that lawsuit to
Everything
attention
embarrassing.
Kyle Jellings.
Everything embarrasses you when you're in high school, though. That's not. At least for me, it was being 6'5",
Right.
pasty, and ginger. It was tough. But we'll keep going on. Reason you became a deputy?
Well, like I said, I was looking for work after the military. And, as it turned out, it was a blessing in disguise. I know a lot of people talk about some choose the job, sometimes the job chooses them. I was one of the ones that got picked by the job, and it has been a blessing ever since. Wasn't crazy about custody. I love patrol. and I have no desire to leave it. I'm really enjoying what I do.
Favorite meal while you're on the job?
Oh, well, because I work early mornings, not much is open. I usually bring my own meal, which is bagels and yogurt and fruit. But California Bakery next to Chi-Chi's at the Junction
has the donuts.
Best. No, not the donuts. Come on, that's too many jokes. But the tamales. The tamales are
delicious.
Tamales are delicious.
And Kyle thought the donut joke was just hysterical.
And they're open 24 hours a day, which is so clutch, I'm sure, for you when you're on that early morning shift.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, best part of the job aside from helping people?
Wow. I think what I really enjoy the most is the fact that I'm in a one-man car, that your supervisors pretty much have to trust you when they do, and I'm out there doing my own thing and working hard and
rolling code 3 through red lights,
rolling code through red lights, absolutely. Making faces at the red light cameras as they go off, which will be a thing of the past because they're gone.
Right. See, I told you I'd get somebody. Deputy Dubin. Josh gives me a hard time about that because I always tease deputies and they always tell me no, it's like the scariest part of the job and the most you're responsible for. You know what I mean? So
it is scary.
Especially
when people don't pull to the right.
Code 3 is more scary on the day shift than it is on the early morning shift.
Right. Because it's so much more crowded.
They do crazy things. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and again, I guess since we got the neighborhood watch out here and we're all about outreach, crime prevention, and letting people know how to be safe, always pull over to the right. You can't pull over to the left. Legally, you guys aren't allowed to pass people on the left, I've been told, through county.
No, we're not allowed to pass people on the right. Because if people are pulling over to the right and we pass on the right and then they crash into us, that wouldn't work out well.
I flipped that backwards. See, this is why you guys are in charge of the sheriff's station message, and I just ask questions. So people pull over to the right and always pass them on the left.
30 seconds left of the final neighborhood watch. Should you ask him the last question? Because I'm going to tell you
favorite cop movie TV show.
Cop movie TV show. Mad Max the Road Warrior.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Interesting. Haven't had that one. Number one preventable crime you see.
Oh,
you only have 8 seconds.
Property crimes. Keep your stuff out of your cars. Keep it inside. Lock it up.
Deputy Josh Dubin, thank you so much for being a host of the show for the past 18 months. Deputy Duxbury, welcome to the madness and the Terror Dome. Here we are.
Terror Dome.
I always wanted to say that on the air.
And Shane Vereen's in Santa Clarita.
And Shane Vereen's in Santa Clarita, and we're going to catch him later on today. This has been your Neighborhood Watch, brought to you by All American Bail Bonds on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Thanks for listening, and catch us next month. We'll have the schedule posted online and social media. And follow Deputy Duxbury. We got you on Twitter yet?
I'm getting there.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.